Happy New Year, Stampers. Welcome to the January 2012 Video Kit Club. This month we are making this pocket card with our new wine set, Chianti, and this is the tag that goes in the pocket. Okay, we're going to be focusing on the Copics this month. In your kit you'll get a piece of Neenah cardstock, and you'll also receive the whole stamp set, the Stampette set of the Chianti, and we will use the glass, the wine bottle, the vine, and then your choice of the verses. So on your Neenah cardstock you're going to use your Memento ink and ink up your stamp, and go ahead and stamp. And then I am using my Copics, of course. Like I said before, a lot of you are in the Copic Club as well, so you should have a good collection of markers. To start with the grapes, I am going to use RV21 and RV34. Now if you have RV11, I would use it, but mine dried up as I was making my sample cards, and I do not have that refill, so I had to switch to RV21. And I'm just starting with filling in the grapes with the RV21, using my circular motions, just going in and filling in the whole grape. And again, when you're coloring with your Copics, you want to start in color in circular motions and start with your lightest color, and you want to color in with your lightest color pretty much the whole image is what I like to do. And then I'm going to take RV34, and I'm going to go and color almost half of the grape up to the highlighted mark that's on the grapes. And if it has, the grape is set behind another grape, I like to get that edge really good too, because that's going to naturally be a darker color. So you want to use your RV34, and I'm of course making this a red wine. The wine tableau set is more of a white wine, so if you like, you could make this a white wine though if you wanted. Okay. And then when I'm done with this, I want to add a little bit of purple to it to give it more purple look. So I am going to use V06. And I'm just going to go with just the edge that's behind the other grapes, or the far edge. And this is just going to give it a little bit more depth so that you can see those grapes, that they're in the bunch. It gives them more depth and they don't look so flat then. It's the nice thing about the Copic markers. And if you have the Copic swatch book, this would actually be maybe a good combo, if you like it, to put in your swatch book, so you remember what colors you used. And if the grapes are the ones all the way in the back, hidden behind others, you can make it quite a bit darker. And since your ink is wet, they do tend to blend and have a softer look then. But you still want to go back then with your lightest color. And I'm not being real perfect about the grapes, but I am going back over the whole image now then with the RV21. And I'm hitting more of just the edge of the the V06, not really blending all of that, just the edges, and blending it in with the rest of it. Okay. And then when you do your bottle, you can either do your bottle red or you can do it green. I know a lot of the red wine bottles are green, so I have started with YG03, excuse me. And I am just going to color the whole bottle, the glass part of it, with this YG03. And then the label up here I'm going to leave and color it a different color, but I am going to color the cap. Okay, then I'm going to use the YG63, and I'm going to pull it out from the edge almost to this highlight mark, and just pull it out from the edge. And then halfway up the neck and halfway across the top. Okay, and since the bottle is green, but it's also clear, you can see into it, it has a reddish tint to it. So the nice thing about the Copics is you could pick your RV34 or your V06 or maybe both of them to add some of the wine color that you will see in the bottle. So this is the RV34. And I'm just putting that on top of it. Okay. And then if I wanted to go even a little bit darker on the edge, now I'm going to do the V06. And just put a little bit. I'm not going to worry about those bubbles right now. I'm going to fix those later. And then since I want to go back and pull some of the red onto this side, I'm using the RV21 and kind of pulling back just to add a little bit of the wine touch to that side. Okay, and again, now I kind of lost some of the green, so I think I'm going to go back with the YG03 again and kind of add some more green to the whole thing. So my bottle is green, but you can see through my bottle and see the red tinge of the red wine. So that's how I did that. And then your window highlights, you could do green or you could do a light pink if you wanted to. I think I'll just stick with the green. And then let's do the rope here that's around the bottle. And then the leaves, I'm starting with YG63 And I'm just going to color in my leaves. And then once I've got my YG63 down, I'm taking the G28 and using that as my darker green color. I'm going to go over part of the stem. Okay, and then when you get that done, again, you want to go back over it with your first color, which is the YG63, and just kind of go over those lines. I'm not going all the way to the edge. I'm just going over those blend lines. Okay. I want to go back and catch that part of the rope. If you want to, you can go back over this a little bit more. And then I forgot that piece too, which is part of the vine. Okay, and then there's also some vine hidden back in the grapes. So if you want to go back through here and pick up those vines. It doesn't matter that you colored some of them pink because your green is darker and it's going to go over it and it's going to all blend together anyway. So see there, you can see that. And then the label, I'm using E43 for the label here. It's just a light brown, kind of look like a tannish. And then for the basket, I'm using the same as I used for the rope. It's E35, and or the basket around the bottle. Okay, so I got that colored, and now we're going to go ahead and if you want to, you can use the colorless blender. I didn't bring that out, but you can lighten these spots a little bit. Here's my other sample that's already colored. You're going to go ahead and cut that out and put it on dimensional tape, and then you can mount it to the green oval that you have. So go ahead and mount that on there with your dimensional tape. And then in your kit you also received you'll receive the lavender iris glitter, and you can use your glue pen and apply the glitter. And again, I'm doing it over the bubble and the window, and then I'm going to hit all the highlights on the grapes. And again, you want to move pretty quickly because the glue does not stay wet real long. I would probably do half and then go ahead and finish. If you have brushable glue, you could use that if you don't have a glue pen, but these are fine lines, so make sure that you use a fine paintbrush if you're using the brushable glue. Okay, so now your grapes are all sparkled. I doubt the camera is picking up the sparkle, but it is sparkling. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the card. Okay, in your kit you will receive your strawberry cardstock, and it's folded in half, and then this front part goes down, to make the pocket card. If you have a corner rounder, you can go ahead and use that on your corners. I'm going to do all of my corners. And then we're going to stamp and emboss the grape leaf on the front. So we're going to go ahead and use our ecstatic bag on that. And this time we're using Versamark and the grape leaf and vine stamp. And you're just going to randomly stamp it on the card front. And again, I like to turn my stamp as I stamp so it looks more random. The shape does. Okay, and make sure you go off of the cardstock as well. Okay, and then we're going to use the new Tuscany Star embossing powder. This one is Pear Star. You'll get the small bottle in your kit. And you're going to go ahead and apply that to your Versamark. And again, go ahead and dump it over the whole image. Don't dump it on one and slide it. You'll get a better coverage of your embossing powder this way. And then you're going to go ahead and heat that. Okay, so there's the front of your card. Now you're going to use your Terrific tape, and you can use the 1/8 inch or the 3/4 inch, and you're going to go along the one side. And you want to get it right next to the edge, up to the pocket fold. And then go ahead and peel that off and close your card. And then in your kit you'll receive some organdy ribbon. You want to go ahead and wrap that around the pocket flap and go ahead and tie that off and into a bow if you'd like. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim my ribbon for that. And then I am going to adhere a piece of the 1/2 inch Terrific tape this time to hold my flap down here. So I'm just putting it on the bottom side of my flap here, where my ribbon is, so it doesn't come off. And then I'm just going to go ahead, make sure that's positioned where I want it. I think I'm going to move it over just a little bit more. And then you can go ahead and press that down. And then your grapes and wine bottle go here on the front, and you can just go ahead and tape that down. Okay. And then for your pocket on the inside, you'll receive your white piece. Again, if you want to use the corner rounder on all of the edges, you can do that. And then I put the circles in your kit, and these, I'm just folding it in half, and then I just used a staple and stapled it on to the card, and that's the tab to pull it up with. And then I went ahead and stamped the wine glass and used my same colors as I did on my grapes, and then embossed the sentiment on the inside. And then you can tuck that in, and you could give it with a bottle of wine to a friend, or just as a greeting greeting card for a friend, but I'm sure you'll enjoy the stamp set. Hope you enjoy coloring with your Copic markers. Hope you have a happy new year, and I will see you again next month. Happy stamping!